Top 10 Deadliest Snakes on Earth. Snakes. Silent, cold-blooded, and feared by humans for thousands of years. But among the more than 3,000 species crawling across our planet, only a handful have earned a reputation as true nightmares. These are not just snakes. They are living weapons, carrying venom strong enough to paralyze, destroy, and kill within minutes. Today, we're counting down the top 10 deadliest snakes on Earth, from the shadowy vipers of Asia to the lightning-fast assassins of Africa and the ocean serpents, whose venom makes even sharks look harmless. Each one has terrified civilizations, inspired myths, and left scars on human history. And here's the kicker. If you watch until the very end, you'll discover the snake so deadly, so unimaginably toxic, that a single bite could wipe out an entire village. Trust me, you don't want to miss that. So buckle up, because what you're about to see is not for the faint of heart. This is Animal Ranking Hub, where we uncover the most powerful, dangerous, and mind-blowing creatures in the wild. If you love exploring the mysteries of nature and want to witness the dark legends of the animal kingdom, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now and join us on this wild journey. Top 10, the rattlesnake. The warning before death. The chilling sound of a rattle in the desert isn't just noise. It's nature's most terrifying alarm clock. The rattlesnake, native to the Americas, is infamous not only for its deadly bite, but for the eerie rattle at the end of its tail that sends shivers down your spine. Unlike most snakes, rattlesnakes announce their presence. That buzzing warning is both a curse and a blessing. For those who ignore it, the consequences are brutal. Their venom is a hemotoxin, designed to destroy tissue and blood cells, causing excruciating pain, swelling, and sometimes death. Every year, thousands of people in the United States alone are bitten by rattlesnakes. While modern medicine saves most, the scars, both physical and psychological, remain for life. But here's what makes them even more dangerous. They strike with terrifying speed. In less than the blink of an eye, a rattlesnake can lunge, sink its fangs, and inject a cocktail of venom that begins tearing apart its victim from the inside out. Across Native American folklore, the rattlesnake was seen as both a protector and a harbinger of doom. Warriors once wore its skin as a symbol of power, yet villages feared its presence as a sign of death. So the next time you hear that bone-chilling rattle echo across the sand, remember, it's not a warning you can afford to ignore. It's the sound of death creeping closer. Top 9. The king cobra, forest's ruthless monarch. In the shadowy jungles of Asia, there is one serpent that rules above all others. Not just a snake, but a monarch. The king cobra, the longest venomous snake on Earth, can grow up to 18 feet, towering over a man when it rears its hood. Unlike most snakes, the king cobra doesn't just kill to eat. It kills other snakes, even venomous ones, making it the apex predator of the reptile world. Its venom is a powerful neurotoxin, shutting down the victim's nervous system, paralyzing muscles, and silencing the lungs. A single bite delivers enough venom to kill an elephant, or 20 men. But what makes the king cobra truly terrifying isn't just its venom. It's its intelligence. This snake is known to stand its ground, flare its hood, and stare directly into the eyes of its enemy, as if daring them to come closer. Unlike most snakes that slither away, the king cobra confronts danger head-on. In Indian folklore, it is both feared and worshipped, woven into myths as a divine creature of destruction and rebirth. To villagers, a glimpse of its hood is either a sacred sign or a death sentence. When the king cobra hisses, it doesn't just echo through the forest, it echoes through your bones. And in that chilling moment, predator and prey both know there is no escaping the king. Top 8. Russell's Viper, Asia's silent executioner. In the rice fields of India, Bangladesh, and Southeast Asia, death often comes without warning. It doesn't roar, it doesn't rattle, it slithers silently. This is the Russell's Viper, the snake responsible for more human deaths than almost any other species on Earth. Unlike the king cobra, which announces itself with a dramatic display, the Russell's Viper is an ambush predator. It lies perfectly still, blending into the soil and dry grass, waiting for an unlucky farmer to step too close. And when it strikes, it's devastating. Its venom is a lethal hemotoxin and neurotoxin cocktail, causing massive internal bleeding, kidney failure, and paralysis. Victims often die slowly, their bodies shutting down piece by piece. Even survivors are left with permanent disabilities, blindness, amputations, and organ damage. What makes this snake especially dangerous is its temperament. The Russell's viper is aggressive, quick to strike, and unlike many snakes, it doesn't retreat easily. Its long fangs deliver huge doses of venom, ensuring that each bite is a life or death gamble. Across rural Asia, this snake is a dreaded killer, a shadow lurking in the farmlands. It has no crown like the king cobra, no speed like the black mamba, yet its body count is unmatched. The Russell's viper doesn't just kill, it stalks humanity itself, leaving behind a trail of fear, grief, and ghost stories whispered under the moonlight. Top 7. Black Mamba, Africa's lightning assassin. In the sun-scorched savannas of Africa, there's a shadow faster than fear itself. Sleek, slender, and cloaked in dark gray scales, the black mamba isn't just a snake, it's a nightmare that moves on lightning. This serpent is legendary for 2 reasons: its speed and its venom. Capable of slithering at speeds up to 20 kilometers per hour, the black mamba can strike multiple times in seconds. Each strike injects a devastating neurotoxin that shuts down the nervous system, causing dizziness, paralysis, and ultimately suffocation. Without antivenom, death can come in less than 6 hours. The black mamba doesn't rattle or hiss for long. It lunges, fangs bared, with terrifying accuracy. And here's the cruel twist: it doesn't just bite once. It bites over and over, pumping its venom deep into its victim. Few predators dare challenge it, and even lions steer clear. In African folklore, the black mamba is not an animal, it's a phantom. Villagers speak of it as a spirit of death, a snake that appears like a shadow and vanishes as quickly as it came. Hunters fear it more than leopards or crocodiles because you can fight those beasts. With the black mamba, you rarely get the chance. When the grass whispers and the wind shifts, every step could be your last. Because once the black mamba decides to strike, you won't even see death coming. Top 6. Tiger snake, Australia's striped killer. In the wild landscapes of Australia, danger often wears stripes. The tiger snake, draped in bold bands of black and yellow, is as beautiful as it is deadly. But don't be fooled by its striking pattern. This serpent carries venom that can silence life in a matter of minutes. The tiger snake's venom is a ruthless neurotoxin and coagulant mix, shutting down nerves, paralyzing muscles, and clotting blood until the body collapses under its own weight. Victims suffer intense pain, breathing failure, and without antivenom, death follows swiftly. A single bite has enough venom to kill multiple adults. What makes this snake even more dangerous is its habitat overlap with humans. Found near waterways, farmlands, and even suburban backyards, encounters are far from rare. In fact, the tiger snake is one of the leading causes of snakebite deaths in Australia's history. But here's the twist. Unlike the aggressive Russell's viper or the relentless black mamba, the tiger snake is highly adaptable. It can stay motionless for hours, perfectly camouflaged, before exploding into a strike faster than the human eye can follow. To the Aboriginal peoples, the tiger snake was both feared and respected, a spirit of the wetlands. To modern Australians, it remains a silent threat, slithering in the tall grass, unseen until it's far too late. The stripes may look like warning signs, but for anyone who ignores them, the tiger snake delivers a fatal lesson in the blink of an eye. Top 5. Boomslang, Africa's silent blood drainer. It doesn't roar, it doesn't chase, it waits. High in the trees of sub-Saharan Africa, the boomslang stalks silently, its emerald green body blending perfectly with the leaves. To the untrained eye, it's almost invisible, but once it strikes, the horror begins. The boomslang's venom is a hemotoxin, one of the most insidious in the snake world. Unlike the instant kill of the black mamba, this venom works slowly, destroying blood cells, preventing clotting, and causing victims to bleed from every opening: nose, mouth, even the eyes. Death doesn't come quickly. It creeps in as the body bleeds out from the inside. What makes the boomslang even more terrifying is its unassuming nature. For decades, scientists believed it wasn't dangerous to humans, until a herpetologist named Carl Schmidt was bitten in 1957. He underestimated the snake, refused treatment, and documented his own slow, agonizing death over 24 hours. His notes remain a chilling reminder of the boomslang's true power. Despite its small head and shy behavior, this snake can open its jaws to an almost cartoonish angle, nearly 170 degrees, to deliver its fatal bite. Few ever hear it coming, and fewer still live to tell the tale. In African folklore, the boomslang isn't just a snake, it's a spirit of betrayal, a killer that waits in silence until the moment you feel safe. By then, it's already too late. Top 4. Philippine cobra, the venom sniper. Most snakes need to sink their fangs into flesh to kill. Not this one. The Philippine cobra doesn't have to touch you at all. It can spit its venom straight into your eyes from up to 3 meters away with deadly accuracy. This serpent, found across the Philippines, is feared as much for its method of attack as for its venom. Its spit is a potent neurotoxin designed to blind and paralyze. Victims sprayed in the eyes experience burning pain, swelling, and often permanent blindness. If bitten, the venom moves fast, causing respiratory failure in less than 30 minutes. The Philippine cobra is deceptively ordinary in appearance, with a slender brown body and a modest hood, but its reputation is anything but ordinary. Farmers and villagers dread it because it doesn't always need to strike to kill. One wrong step, one careless movement, and you could find yourself blinded before you even realize what happened. In local folklore, this snake is seen as a cursed spirit, a guardian of hidden treasures that punishes intruders with venom. But in reality, it's simply a master of survival, evolving a weapon unlike almost any other snake on Earth, a weapon of range. When the hood flares and the cobra rears back, it doesn't just threaten, it warns. You don't even have to come closer for me to end you. And in that moment, death itself suddenly has perfect aim. Top 3. Fer-de-lance, Latin America's hidden reaper. In the rain-soaked jungles of Central and South America, there's a killer so feared that locals simply call it the lancehead. The fer-de-lance doesn't chase, it doesn't warn, it just waits. And when it strikes, it leaves a trail of pain few can survive. This snake's venom is a hemotoxic nightmare, causing massive tissue destruction, internal bleeding, and gangrene. Victims often lose limbs, and even with treatment, survival comes with scars that never fade. Each bite delivers a huge quantity of venom, more than enough to kill a grown man. What makes the fer-de-lance especially terrifying is its unpredictable aggression. Unlike shy species, this snake is notorious for attacking without provocation. Farmers walking through plantations, travelers cutting through jungle paths, even villagers gathering firewood, many have met their end thanks to this serpent's sudden fury. In rural Latin America, the fer-de-lance is both dreaded and respected. It's whispered about in stories around campfires, described as a devil in disguise, a serpent that strikes when the forest itself falls silent. Hunters fear it more than jaguars, because while a jaguar might stalk you, the fer-de-lance may already be lying at your feet, unseen until its fangs tear into flesh. It is not the largest snake, nor the fastest. But pound for pound, in terms of body count and brutality, the fer-de-lance may be the most dangerous predator in the Americas. When you walk the jungle trails and hear nothing but silence, beware. The Reaper might already be waiting. Top 2. Belcher's sea snake, death beneath the waves. The ocean may look calm and endless, but lurking just beneath the waves is a killer more lethal than any shark. The Belcher's sea snake, slender, silver, and deceptively fragile, carries venom so toxic it makes even the deadliest land snakes look weak. This serpent's venom is a neurotoxin of terrifying potency, up to 100 times stronger than that of a king cobra. Just a few milligrams could kill dozens of men. The catch? This snake rarely bites, but when it does, the results are swift and merciless. Total paralysis, respiratory failure, and death before help can arrive. Found in the warm waters of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, fishermen often encounter them tangled in nets. Many dismiss them as harmless, until one careless touch seals their fate. To those who work the seas, the Belcher's is a silent terror, an assassin wrapped in shimmering scales. Unlike the dramatic strike of a rattlesnake or the hiss of a cobra, the Belcher's sea snake kills quietly. No warning, no struggle. A brush against your skin, a quick nip, and the ocean itself becomes your coffin. In maritime folklore, sailors feared the silver serpent more than storms, for storms could be survived. But a bite from this snake meant you'd never see land again. The sea hides many mysteries, but few as terrifying as this. Death, disguised as beauty, drifting with the current. Top 1. Inland taipan, the world's ultimate snake. Forget the king cobra, forget the black mamba. Deep in the remote deserts of Australia lives a serpent so lethal, so inconceivably toxic, that it wears the crown as the deadliest snake on Earth. This is the inland taipan, the silent assassin. At first glance, it doesn't look like much. Slender, shy, and often hiding in cracks of the dry outback, the inland taipan avoids humans whenever possible. But make no mistake, this serpent carries the most potent venom known to science. One bite contains enough neurotoxins and hemotoxins to kill 100 fully grown men or an entire village in less than an hour. Unlike aggressive killers like the Russell's viper or fer-de-lance, the inland taipan is calm and elusive. That's the paradox. It doesn't need rage to dominate. Its venom alone makes it nature's ultimate weapon. Scientists estimate its venom is 50 times stronger than a cobra's and 10 times deadlier than a rattlesnake's. Luckily for humanity, encounters are extremely rare. This snake lives in some of the harshest, emptiest landscapes on Earth, far from bustling cities. But knowing it exists is enough to send shivers down your spine. In Aboriginal lore, it was a spirit of the desert, a silent power hidden beneath the sand. Today, it remains a chilling reminder that nature doesn't need size, speed, or ferocity to create the perfect killer. The inland taipan doesn't strike often, but if it does, there's only one truth. Nothing on Earth is deadlier. From the rattling deserts of America to the silent dunes of Australia, we've walked the shadowy path of death itself. 10 snakes, each more terrifying than the last, each a reminder of how fragile human life can be when faced with nature's most efficient killers. What did we learn? Size doesn't always matter. The inland taipan isn't the biggest, but it's the deadliest. The Philippine cobra doesn't even need to touch you to blind or kill. And the black mamba? It's proof that speed and venom combined make a nightmare that doesn't give you a second chance. But here's the truth most people miss. Snakes don't hunt humans. They bite when cornered, provoked, or surprised. The real lesson is respect. Respect for nature's power, respect for the balance that keeps these predators in the wild where they belong. Fear them, yes, but also understand that they are vital to the ecosystems they rule. So the next time you see a snake, remember, it's not just an animal. It's the product of millions of years of evolution, a living weapon perfected by time itself. If this journey into the dark legends of the serpent world gripped you, then hit that subscribe button right now. Because here at Animal Ranking Hub, we reveal the strongest, strangest, and most mind-blowing creatures in the wild. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. This was the top 10 deadliest snakes on Earth. Now the question is, would you survive meeting even one?